Hi there, and welcome to this SOAR365 virtual volunteer info session. By the end of this brief introductory session, I hope you'll be motivated to find out more about how you can help people with disabilities soar with your gift of time and talent. The first thing I want you to know is that when you volunteer with SOAR365, you help us create life-fulfilling opportunities for people with disabilities. If that's a goal that inspires you, I invite you to sit back while I tell you a little bit more about the what, the why, and the how. In this brief session, we'll cover SOAR365's mission and values, our history and core programs, and the volunteer opportunities that we offer. And then we'll end with the question, are you ready to join us in making a difference in the lives of people with disabilities? And I predict that after learning a little bit more about all of the awesome work that SOAR365 does in the community every day, your answer will be an enthusiastic yes. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Allison Jones Nassar, and I'm the Volunteer Engagement Manager with SOAR365. I've been with SOAR365 for 3 years. And in these 3 years, we've been working hard to build a culture that values volunteer engagement, respects the contributions of volunteers, and embraces volunteers as team members. We do have high standards for our volunteers, but in return, we'll do everything we can to ensure that your experience is rewarding, meaningful, satisfying, and fun. I welcome any questions and comments you may have about the volunteer opportunities that we offer. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me, either by phone or by email. So first, as I mentioned, the mission of SOAR365 is to create, in partnership with families, life-fulfilling opportunities for people with disabilities. And we wouldn't be able to create opportunities that are life-fulfilling if we didn't first take the time to understand the unique strengths, gifts, skills, experiences, and personalities of each individual we serve, as well as their needs, wants, preferences, and struggles. So we are first and foremost a person-centered organization, and we expect our staff, volunteers, and interns to embrace this commitment as well. And these are our 5 organizational values. And as you can see, person-centeredness is among them. But each one of these values has significance for who we are as an organization. It's important to understand that not so long ago, people did not treat individuals with disabilities with integrity. They did not do the right thing by them. They didn't demonstrate respect toward them or treat them with dignity. They didn't have a person-centered perspective or consider their needs, wants, and preferences. So as an organization that serves and supports people with disabilities, these values are not just abstract words on paper for us. We take them very seriously and expect every staff member to demonstrate these values in their daily work. Needless to say, we also expect our volunteers and interns to demonstrate these same values each time they engage in service. So first, just a little bit of a history lesson. In the 1950s, when SOAR365 was first founded, very little was known about the causes of developmental disabilities in general and intellectual disabilities in particular. Virtually no programs or activities existed to serve people with these kinds of disabilities or to support their families. And in fact, doctors routinely recommended institutionalization as the only option for children born with disabilities. This was a problem because, generally speaking, these large institutional care facilities were understaffed, under-resourced, and under-regulated. Oftentimes, appropriate treatment was not administered, individuals were denied basic rights that people without disabilities take for granted, and enrichment activities were not available. It was assumed that these individuals would not be able to learn or acquire skills, they would never attend school or graduate, they would not be able to hold down jobs or become economically self-sufficient, and they were considered to be burdens to society. SOAR365 was founded in 1954 by a small group of parents who were very frustrated by these attitudes and wanted better options for their loved ones with disabilities. They were tired of the assumptions, the poor conditions, and the mistreatment, and they were determined to find a better way. Our original name was Greater Richmond ARC, and our original mission focused specifically on serving people with developmental and intellectual disabilities. Some of you may not know that ARC stands for Association for Retarded Citizens, and that was the name we operated under for many years. A few years ago, we removed the word developmental from our mission statement and shifted our focus in order to serve people with all different kinds of disabilities. Finally, in 2019, after 3 years of preparation, we were very excited to change our name from Greater Richmond ARC to SOAR365. So SOAR365 offers 4 core programs at 4 different locations in the Richmond area, and we have volunteers and interns serving within all 4 of these program areas. The great thing about our programs is that they offer a continuum of services for individuals at any age or stage of the life cycle. Pediatric therapy offers home-based early intervention services for infants, babies, and toddlers, and outpatient therapy for children through school age. Children and youth day programs are available after school and during the day when school is not in session, and activities include help with homework, training and daily living skills, community field trips, and career exploration. Adult day programs provide a variety of skill building, enrichment, and interaction activities and opportunities for adults of all ages. Business Solutions supports individuals in their goals to find sustainable employment and become economically self-sufficient. And residential programs, which include respite and summer camps, provide extended opportunities for leisure and care in a safe, skilled, and compassionate residential environment. In 2019, SOAR365 created life-fulfilling opportunities across all of our programs for 1,442 individuals with disabilities. We seek to empower the people we serve so that they can live their lives with independence, self-determination, dignity, and joy. And by 2025, our vision is to provide best-in-class services for more than 3,000 individuals. It's a very bold vision, and we can't achieve it without the involvement of many passionate and committed volunteers. Speaking of passion and commitment, Gordon Russell has been volunteering as an art class assistant with SOAR365 on a weekly basis for more than 2 years. Gordon embodies service that is person-centered and values-driven, and as you can see, what he gets back in return is worth its weight in gold. In 2019, SOAR365 engaged more than 700 passionate and committed volunteers and interns like Gordon, who donated almost 8,800 hours of service, which is equivalent to almost $225,000 in services delivered, according to the independent sector. SOAR365 offers 4 broad categories of opportunities for volunteers and interns of all ages, experiences, backgrounds, and abilities. And so we start with event support opportunities, which include the Valentine's Ball, the Ladybug Fund wine tasting and silent auction fundraiser, the Summer Youth Celebration, the Fall Fest fundraiser, and the Winter Ball. You can find out more about upcoming event needs by visiting our webpage at soar365.org/volunteer event support. Next are our admin support opportunities, which include lobby greeters, general admin support, capacity building internships, and skilled pro bono opportunities. These volunteers do essential behind-the-scenes work that allows us to expand capacity and extend impact. You can find out more about available admin support needs by visiting our webpage at SOAR365.org/volunteer admin support. Our third category of opportunities is beautification, which includes the MLK Day of Service in January, spring and fall spruce up campaigns, spring and fall family work days, Eagle projects, Park 365 beautification, and special construction and maintenance projects for skilled volunteers. You can find out more about available beautification needs by visiting our webpage at SOAR365.org/volunteer beautification. And the last category of SOAR 365 volunteer opportunities is program support, which includes adult program assistants and activity facilitators, children and youth program assistants and activity facilitators, summer camp cabin assistants, activity facilitators, lunch servers and check-in assistants, weekend respite program assistants, and workforce development volunteers who help with lesson plan design, curriculum delivery, mentoring opportunities, and more. You can find out more about available program support opportunities by visiting our webpage at SOAR365.org/volunteer program support. And speaking of program support, this is Elaine Rizzuto, who volunteered as an adult program assistant in 2019. And as you can see, our program support opportunities can provide some of the most meaningful experiences because of the interactions between the volunteers and the people we serve. But regardless of what type of volunteer service you're searching for, whether it's event support, admin support, beautification, or program support, if you bring the passion and commitment for the people we serve, we will do our very best to support your success as a team member and to provide experiences that are memorable, rewarding, inspiring, awesome, joyful, meaningful, fun, and even life-changing. It's important to note that our application process does require multiple steps, including attending an orientation, submitting an application, and participating in an interview. And for candidates interested in program support opportunities, we also require completion of additional training in human rights, policies, and COVID safety, as well as background checks and TB tests. All of the steps combined can take as little as 4 hours over a couple of days, or as much as 8+ hours over a couple of weeks. But as Gordon and Elaine have already told you, it's worth it, and you will end up receiving so much more than you give. So the question is, are you ready to join us in making a difference in the lives of people with disabilities? To find out more about SOAR 365, you can visit our website at SOAR365.org and our awesome new volunteer webpage at SOAR365.org/volunteer overview, where you'll find lots of additional information about opportunities, onboarding steps, and FAQs. You can also follow us on social media, take a look at our most recent annual report, or sign up for our monthly volunteer newsletter. As part of the SOAR 365 family, your gift of time and talent will help the people we serve soar. To take your next exciting step on the path toward your volunteer service with SOAR 365, please send an email to me at allison.jones-nassar@soar365.org. I look forward to seeing you very soon.